Okay, you two boys are weird. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, okay?
That's the best.
I just want to tell you, that is not an Upper Granville question. That is not a question we would...
All right. Now, so welcome to 10 Questions with
10 questions.
Stephen McNeil.
Former Premier Stephen McNeil.
Yeah.
So, Matt, this is brought to you by Sober Carpenter. We're getting better at this.
Yeah. But yes, we got some beers here, non-alcoholic, large Canadian brewery.
This is for the dry January crowd.
Since we're on camera, we're drinking from a Garrison glass that has State of the Blazes home on the back, and you boys are drinking from two glasses I bought in Annapolis Royal at Annapolis Brewing Company.
There you go, Annapolis Brewing
These are
Company.
great glass, actually.
Yeah,
it's a good tasting glass, I actually really
We
like
also have representation from Great Roads Brewing. That's Sackville. Lund's Mill, that's Muscatawbit.
No. Listen, I've just gone through this. It's here
It's
in
just
Annapolis
down the
County.
street.
It's in Annapolis County.
It's just down the street.
Annapolis County.
This is a Shelburne.
I was just testing it to make sure you were
paying
ready.
attention.
Yeah.
All right,
All
so
right.
here we are for 10 questions brought to you by Sober Carpenter.
Question number 1. You were once an appliance repairman. To your recollection, which appliance was the most cumbersome to repair?
Refrigerator, trying to get it out.
Trying to get it out.
Getting out the fridge. All right, question 2, Matt.
Question number 2. Are you a Tim Hortons or a Second Cup guy?
Oh, Tim Hortons. I would have been Tim Hortons. I listen to. I live in the valley. Second Cup is not close by. As you drive between here and the city, you'll see lots of Tim Hortons signs.
All right, great answer. For the upcoming federal election, are you a Carney or Freeland guy?
Oh, I'm going to continue to support the current Prime Minister in my efforts, and then they'll determine at that. But I'll have a vote. I will.
That means you have to have a drink, my friend. I'm sorry. You got to pick one. It's okay.
Drink that answer away. Sorry.
Yeah.
Question number 4. So, if reincarnation is a real thing, and you had to pick to live your next life as any animal, what would it be?
Okay, you two boys are weird. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Okay,
That's the best.
I just want to tell you, that is not an Upper Granville question. That is not a question we would. If you asked me if I was coming back as someone else, maybe, but as an animal now,
You just pick one. Animal you're fond of. Dogs have it pretty good. Cats,
Oh, I think a guy that's 6'5" probably has to say he's going to be a giraffe. But
Did I not
He called it in the
call
car.
that on the way down?
While we were writing the question, he called that. And I
Called
went
it.
for ostrich, and Matt said, there's no way he's going to say ostrich.
Literally said that. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Number 5.
Name a book that you think everyone should read. Just any book that you're fond of that you think other people could get a lot out of from any time.
there's a book called Both My Houses, and it is about a member of Parliament, and a Conservative member of Parliament named Sean O'Sullivan. Sean was the youngest member of Parliament at his time elected in the Diefenbaker cabinet. Sean left. He was a really rough and tumble politician, really rough and tough, nasty, as some would describe him. And he left 5 years into his mandate and became a Catholic priest. And the book is called Both My Houses, and he describes in it careerists, politicians and careerist people in the church that are climbing the ladder and attaching to people they think are going to be successful. Sadly, Sean only lived to be 39. He died of cancer. But it's a great book of, first of all, I think looking at the institutions. You can extrapolate from the Catholic Church or a political party, but it talks about the inner workings of institutions. And anyway, it's quite fascinating.
Cool. Great answer.
I like that, yeah. All right, question number 6 is, what's one of your favorite albums or records? Wow, I didn't think we'd get a drink on that one. All right.
Okay. Do you? This is a funny question. So you can answer why we're asking you this question.
Yes.
Matt came up with this one. Explained it to me. Do you think in 2025 there is a place for men with beards in politics? And why are you asking this question?
Do I think there is? Yeah, there's. Tom Mulcair had one. There is. I would say to you that, though, if that person had dark, full head of hair and a dark beard at the time, they might want to shave it.
Okay, my gosh. Yeah.
Did you know the story?
No, tell us the story. I just want our listeners to hear just in case.
I was elected with a beard. I had a beard all of my adult life. I had it when I got married, shaved it on honeymoon, and grew it back a few weeks later. And then I got elected with it here. I became the leader of the Liberal Party with the beard. And then, there was lots of discussion about the facial hair, and it was really interesting for me. I would always get, if I was on Steve Murphy or somewhere, I would always get an email or two about just shave. No one knew what I said. They were just looking at me. And if you saw me, so my beard was dark, even though I tried to keep it trimmed, and my hair was dark. It's not gray like it is now. So I watched an interview I did with Murphy at the house. It was a double-ender where he was in the studio and I was at the house looking into the camera in that December, and that's when they decided to shave it off, and I shaved it off. And you know what? It was interesting. People started to listen to what I was saying, less about book, but it depends. If you got a receding hairline, you can get away with it. If you've got lighter hair, you can get away with it. Because it was never an issue when I talked to people like this. But it was a real issue when people saw me on the camera.
Interesting.
You kept it off though. No thought of bringing it back.
No, I keep. I shade for you boys today.
Oh, okay.
I go through periods of time where I'll go, if I'm home for 5 or 6 days, I'll let it grow. Golf season, I'll put a couple of days of not shaving and go play golf.
Perfect. Question 8.
All right, question number 8. So if Nova Scotia had a NHL team, what would their name be?
Oh, you know what? There's been lots of good sports names. The V's were great. The Voyageurs. The Hurricane I thought was the Halifax Hurricane. The basketball team was good. The Mooseheads are were good. But what would we name a hockey team? I think they're trying to figure that out in Utah. The Nova Scotia.
They're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, the Nova. How about the Nova Scotia Renegades?
Renegades,
like it. That's cool.
Could have been the Nova Scotia Blazes.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, you're way smarter at this than I am.
There you go. Okay, so we've asked many questions, all of our guest questions. Do you believe in aliens or do you believe in ghosts? But for you, we wanted to try to change one. Do you believe that there could be a Sasquatch? Do you think the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot theories, could there be any possible way there could actually be a Bigfoot out there?
No, I don't, and I'll tell you why. With the amount of clear cutting that has been happening, we're seeing wildlife move closer and closer to us. Well, Sasquatch would have to come out and see us too.
He'd be in Kamloops by now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, good answer.
All right, so question number 10. This is the theme of 2025 for us. Ask the same 10th question to everybody. So what is one piece of advice that you were given in life that you would like to share with us and our listeners?
You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use your ears twice as much as your mouth.
That is not the first time I've heard that advice.
It sounds like something my parents would say.
I got that advice from someone. Exactly. My mother would have given that advice to me. But the reality of it is we do need to listen to one another more. We were talking a lot about my time in government. There was a lot of, everyone's trying to get their own points of view out. I've got a window to try to do what I'm trying to do. And sometimes we don't spend enough time pausing. I think COVID forced us to do some of that. I think COVID in many ways forced us to kind of reflect a little bit about our lives and the treadmill we were on. So I hope in 2025 that we would spend more time listening to one another. And doesn't mean we agree. Yep. I mean, that's one of the things that at the end of the day we don't agree, but try to understand everyone's position. I not to take it back to politics, but the First Minister's meeting is always that case. Every premier and territorial leader comes to the meetings representing their region, but at the end of the day, you hope everyone gets to the table focused on Canada. And more often than not, that happens. Not currently happening, but more often than not, it happens. So I hope that happens for us individually, that we spend more time talking to those who don't necessarily see the world the way we see it, but at least hear their point of view.
Great answer.
I love that.
Yeah, great answer.
I think that's what
cheers
we're
to
all
you,
about.
Stephen.
Yeah, cheers.
To you guys.
Yeah.